Hello dear student, in today's lecture we study the electronic spectrum. Electronic spectra is very important from the exam point of view for CSIR NET, SET, GATE, also for MSc, BSc and competitive exams. So let us begin with it. In electronic spectra, we are first of all focused on promotion of electron from one energy level to another energy level. It is not observed that all electrons get transferred from one energy level to another energy level. This depends upon the position is depend upon the set of selection rule. Generally, set of selection rule is useful to distinguish whether the electronic transition is allowed or forbidden. For that purpose, generally allowed transition occurs very commonly and the spectral intensity is very high due to it, while the forbidden transition occurs but it is much less frequently than the allowed transition. Generally, the forbidden transition is lower intensity and they are less occurred as compared to that of allowed transition. So, in electronic spectra, there are two main points is important, that is nothing but the spin selection rule and Laporte orbital selection rule. Before starting this, we have to move towards here is some important tool to find out the electronic transition, whether it is allowed transition or forbidden transition. For that purpose, we are focused on first rule, that is nothing but the delta n. Delta n means the number of energy level which is present into the different types of orbitals. So what here we are focused, if electron can jump from lower energy level to any higher energy level, then they are allowed transition. Suppose this is first, here is our atom, this is first orbital, second, third, fourth and fifth. Electron can jump from lower energy orbital to first, second, third, fourth. Any of the orbital, higher energy orbitals gives the electronic jump, that is nothing but the electronic transition. If electron jumps to lower to higher, spin allowed transition is considered, and if electron cannot jump from lower to higher, then it is spin forbidden transition. Once again, you have to focus here only, suppose lower energy orbital to higher energy orbital any electron get jumped, then it is spin allowed transition, and if there is no jump of electron from lower to higher energy orbital, then it is spin forbidden transition. Okay dear student, we see just the delta n. Electron suppose jump to lower to higher, then it is allowed or not. It is not jump to lower to higher, then it is forbidden. Now we focused on Laporte selection rule, that is the second rule. We have to always consider delta L is equal to plus minus 1. The delta L is equal to plus minus 1 suggests that, okay, here the value of delta L is equal to plus minus 1 is occurred from, you know very well that there are 4 orbital S, P, D, F. Suppose electron get jump from S orbital to P, then it is plus minus 1. If it is P orbital to D, then also it is plus minus 1. If it is D orbital to F, again plus minus 1. But suppose it is S to D or S to F, it is not a allowed transition because the value is greater than plus minus 1 or less than plus minus 1. For SS, there is not allowed transition, for PP also, for DD also, and for FF also there is not allowed transition. Okay, so see here, SP shows the value of delta L plus minus 1, therefore it is allowed transition. Same thing for SD, SF, PF, SD, PD. PD is allowed transition, but SD is not an allowed transition. Why it is not allowed? Because the value is not equal to plus minus 1. Okay, so here is some allowed transition and here is some forbidden transition. So again next important point is, if there is 4 orbital is there, s, p, d, f, s orbital is always considered as a gyroid, p orbital is ungyroid, d orbital is gyroid, and f orbital is ungyroid. All this concept of gyroid and ungyroid is already seen into the TYBSc coordination chemistry. So here the most important thing is what? Suppose gyroid get converted into ungyroid or ungyroid get converted into gyroid, then such a type of transition is allowed transition. And when particular orbital get transfer from gyroid to gyroid or ungyroid to ungyroid, then such a type of transition is forbidden transition. This is a very important concept regarding to gyroid and ungyroid. Okay. So if DD and FF transition are forbidden, intensity of such a transition are very lower and lower absorbance is occur, and due to that we get the value of Laporte, that is delta L angular momentum is 0. Suppose we have to increase the intensity of the DD transition or FF transition. For that purpose we are introducing SD mixing, PD mixing. Okay, means mixing of orbital get occurred here to increase the intensity of the absorbance for the DD transition or FF transition. Okay, suppose आता see here, suppose D to D transition is here and there is transfer of electron into the octahedral complex from T2G to EG. One electron get at lower energy level and it get transferred to higher energy level. At that time it is L is equal to 0. But when there is mixing is done, the d orbital electron get transferred into the pd orbital, then L is not equal to 0. Such a transition is a partially allowed transition and they are of high intensity. While D to D transition, there is no transfer of electron from one energy level to higher energy level, and therefore it is not allowed transition and they shows the lower intensity. Okay, this is all about the Laporte selection rule. The next selection rule is spin selection rule. It is also very important in deciding the allowed transition or forbidden transition. So here we have to always consider total spin of the molecule should be equal to 0. For that purpose we are considering the example of octahedral complex. You know very well that in octahedral complex electron get distributed into the T2G and EG orbital. Suppose we are considered here D3 system, and in D3 system suppose one electron get transferred to EG orbital. Then at that time what happened here, spin selection rule says that if your spin does not change, here is also it is upward, and in after transition into the EG again it is at upward position, therefore delta S is equal to 0, and such a type of transition is called as spin allowed transition. If electron can move from lower energy state to higher energy state, it should not change its direction, then it is called as delta S is equal to 0. See here, in T2G it is upward spin, also after transition into the EG it is also in upward spin, and therefore delta S is equal to 0, and such a type of transition of electron is called as spin allowed transition. Now when it is spin forbidden, see here, suppose again we are considering the same example of the octahedral complex D3 system, and electron get transferred from T2G to EG, but at start in T2G orbital it is a upward spin, but after transition into the EG, if suppose it is get transferred into the lower spin, then such a type of transition does not show the spin equal to 0. Such a transition is spin forbidden. So here the most important thing is what? Always the delta S should be 0 for the spin selection rule. For spin allowed and for spin forbidden it is not equal to 0. Next rule from the electronic transition is spin multiplicity. This is already we are seen into the previous lecture to finding out the ground state term or RS term. What is spin multiplicity? Spin multiplicity is calculated by using the formula 2s plus 1. Okay, so here the this is S is nothing but the term, and on the term on the left hand side there is at the top spin. So which transition is spin allowed and which transition is spin forbidden? See here. Suppose if spin multiplicity does not change in any transition, then such a transition is spin allowed. See here is the example of S3 and P3. In both the case, the spin is same. For S3 is 3 and for P also it is 3. Therefore, such a transition is the spin allowed transition. But when we are considering the second example, that is S3 and P2, the spin is not same. In S it is 3 and for P it is 2, and therefore such a type of transition is not spin allowed transition. So very simple topic. Next is transition applied only. So when transition is get applied, when the system is singlet, then it get converted into the singlet, doublet, doublet, triplet, triplet. If such a type of transition get occurred, means singlet get converted into singlet, doublet get converted into doublet, triplet again converted into triplet, such a type of transition is spin allowed transition. Other than that, suppose singlet get converted into triplet or doublet get converted into triplet, or singlet get converted into doublet, such a type of transition is spin forbidden transition. Only same transition is get occurred here. Such a type of transition is seen here. Okay. Next, the electronic transition is depend upon total angular momentum. Total angular momentum, we have already seen that the J is represented to gives the value of total angular momentum. In ground state term, we have already seen that the J value is obtained between the limits of L minus S or L plus S. Okay, so J is the total angular momentum. Always in this particular electronic transition, remember that when total angular momentum delta J is equal to 0 or plus minus 1, then and then your transition is allowed, otherwise it is not allowed. So for that purpose, we are considering the example of D3 5 by 2 and F3 7 by 2. So see here, we are D get transfer into F or not, it is allowed transition or not. How will you find out? See here, suppose spin multiplicity is not changed. Here is also 3, here also 3. Then it is allowed. D get converted into F, it is Laporte selection rule. And F divided by 2 and 7 divided by 2, it is a spin selection rule. And spin selection rule, that is the angular momentum. Here the angular momentum is having the value of difference plus minus 1, and therefore in this particular state the transition is allowed, because we have already seen that when delta J total angular momentum is equal to plus minus 1 or 0. Am I right? Okay. So next is, suppose the transition again we are considering D to F, and here the spin multiplicity is 3. Again here we are considering the J value 5 by 2 and again 5 by 2. Here the difference between the J value is delta J is equal to 0. Again this is allowed transition. Instead of that, suppose this value is not equal to 0 or plus minus 1, then such a transition is spin forbidden transition. Okay. So next point is magnetic field energy level, that is MJ is equal to 0 or plus minus 1. How the magnetic field get found is seen in the previous lecture. Okay. So next is symmetry selection rule. Symmetry selection rule, you know very well that there are 3 type of bonding get occurred into the molecule. First one is bonding molecular orbital, then anti-bonding, and then non-bonding molecular orbital. Always remember that in bonding molecular orbital there is 2 types of bond is present, sigma and pi bond. For anti-bonding molecular orbital, sigma star and pi star, and for non-bonding it is N. Okay, all this thing you have already seen into the electronic transition of the IR spectroscopy, also into the molecular orbital theory of coordination chemistry into the TYBLC. Okay, so see here, suppose there is transition of electron between sigma to sigma star or pi to pi star. Such a type of transition only allowed other than transition, that is sigma to n or sigma to pi to n. Such a transition are not allowed transitions. These transitions all are involved into the forbidden transitions. So student, here we are considering the lot of rule to use in the finding of the whether the transition is allowed or forbidden. For that purpose, we are study the different types of rule. That is, first rule we see the delta n. In delta n, all transition are allowed. Means electron can move from lower energy state to higher energy. In second, we are consider the Laporte selection rule. Laporte selection rule means what? Delta L. If it is plus minus 1, then it is allowed. Then third rule we see the which rule? Delta S rule. Delta S rule says that again it is equal to 0. When spin is equal to 0, then it is allowed transition, or other than that value it is not involved into the allowed transition. They all are in forbidden transition. Next rule we see the delta J. If it is 0 or plus minus 1, then it is allowed. Fifth MJ rule आपण बघितला, delta MJ, it is again 0 plus minus 1. If it is allowed, then allowed. Then 6 point related to Gired, ungired. This all concepts are involved into the finding out the transition is allowed or not. So let us begin with some example. First example is, suppose we are considering the P term. There is spin multiplicity is 2 and delta J is 1 by 2. It get transferred from S, P get converted into S. At that time, spin multiplicity is 2 and delta J is 1 by 2. So, according to spin multiplicity rule, this is not changed. Here is also 2 and here is also 2. Therefore, it is allowed. Then P get converted into S. It is Laporte selection rule. Allowed transition is there. And if delta J is 0 or plus minus 1, here half minus half is get 0, and therefore it is also allowed transition. So when you are predicting whether the particular transition is occur or not, you have to use all the rule should be follow. If any one rule does not follow here, then such a transition is forbidden transition. See here, suppose here P2 D2, spin multiplicity allowed, Laporte allowed, but 1 by 2 and 5 by 2 does not gives the delta J value equal to 0 or plus minus 1, and therefore such a transition is not allowed. Such a transition is forbidden. So student, I hope you all clear all the concept of electronic transition regarding to different types of rule. You have to only go through this particular rule and then find out the which transition is allowed and which is not. If do you have any problem regarding to this topic, give me the comment. Thank you.